Then there were the Bush brothers. Bush brothers were named Willie and James Willie. They were really not very. I mean, they're were mentally short, very mentally short. They would work for you to eat, and so they came to work for us one time, and I told Patty, I said, Patty, I said, these boys, they don't get anything to eat much, and when they come to eat, you got to cook like you're cooking for an army. And so I said, if you cook like instead of for 3, if you'll cook like you're cooking for 7 or 8, you might do all right. So she said, well, I don't know what we'll do with food if I cook that much. I said, well, you find out. So she cooked, and 2 or 3 skillets of cornbread and a great big pot of pinto beans and a big pile of potatoes and sliced up a bunch of tomatoes and everything. Well, first thing it did was just take a skillet of cornbread and slice it, finish the cornbread, the whole skillet of cornbread at once. They end up eating just about all the beans and potatoes, tomatoes and everything. She couldn't believe that any guys could eat that much. Funny story told on them that they had been out gallivanting on a Saturday night, and they were chopping weeds out of a corn patch on Monday morning, and they decided that one of them had misbehaved too much and they'd hold cord on him. So he took off through the corn patch, the other took off after him, and they tackled him and got him down. And they were just wearing overalls, no underwear, nothing on it. They took his overalls off, pulled them down while the others were holding him. And they reached up and they got a leaf of corn. I don't know if you ever noticed, but the side of a leaf of corn is just as sharp as a razor blade. And they said, what's the verdict? He's guilty. What's the verdict? So the verdict is cut him. So they reached down and got his nut. They peeled it up just like that. And he took that corn stalk and they're gonna tickle him with it, you know. And that testicle just popped up out of there just like that. So anyway, they had to take him to the doctor, get it sewed up. Another time, James out helping a next door neighbor who was a fellow that worked in the plants in Detroit for a number of years, didn't know much about farming, and they were clearing off a field of little cedar trees about so high. Mr. Barnes was chopping with an axe just like he's cutting down a 10-foot tree, and he swung through that and he hung James on the calf of the leg and just laid open. And so James was out there on the porch, and they came out there and got me, and I run out there in the car. And I saw what was going on, and they was just letting him sit there and bleed to death. And I took a belt, wrapped around his leg. I said, come on, James, we'll take you in town. And they put a Band-Aid on it. They'll take care of you. I knew he was scared to death. So we got in, and I kept on saying, there's nothing to this. They'll fix you up real quick, James. And about that time, old Barnes says, Mr. Barnes says, oh, you know, they'll probably have to operate on him. Old James went, ooh, like that. He let out a yell, you could have heard him forever.